it's exciting, and it's one of the reasons that I love being in this industry ever since I came to the States something like 28 years ago, riding the wave of innovation, and here we are again, but doing it with AI. We're still, I think it's fair to say, we're still in experimentation. We've got powerful tools at our disposal, and at Horizon, we're building those to put in front of our clients. So the Blue platform, as we've spoken about before, AI native, open and transparent. But one of the other key differentiators is that we actually give our clients hands-on keys to the platform. So it's the same platform that our teams are using, that our clients are using. And that's fundamentally changing the brand agency relationship for the next generation. Instead of having these lags in interaction, it's very instantaneous. And we're co-creating with our clients and working with them hand in glove to drive growth for their business and look for those opportunities of where we can get media not only in front of the right people and the right time, of course, but also how does that drive other interactions across other touch points in an organization? Again, all in the service of solving a business challenge. But it's early days. It's very exciting. The innovation cycle is very short. So which poses a challenge when you're developing product, but we keep abreast of that by building in layers and creating the option of swapping technology pieces in and out. But it's an exciting moment.
So speaking of the products and innovations that you've come up with the last few months, there's been Horizon OS, Horizon Labs as well, Blue constantly also being reiterated. How do you keep the human element within those products?
So Horizon OS is really a framework that encapsulates everything that we do in the service of our clients. And you can think about it in 3 or 4 categories. You've got the Blue platform, which is our connected marketing platform and identity layer that has the AI native application sitting on top of that. Then you have the AI transformation or the AI tools that we use internally for workflow efficiencies and helping our teams be creating thought partnerships with our team. It's the second piece. The third is the human element, of course, which is we've got specific roles that interface between the clients and the technology layer. We've got a product foundry team that is testing out innovation and trying to stay ahead of the curve. And then the fourth element is Horizon OS Labs, which is our way of going out into the market and canvassing where innovation is happening. Again, innovation is so fast-paced, and we want to stay abreast of what's happening in the market. So OS Labs is our means. We run an RFP a couple times a year where we solicit companies, it can be at any stage, early or late, and showcase what you do and how can we use this to benefit our clients. Those turn into pilots. Pilots turn into opportunities to integrate directly into Blue. Those that are successful continue to move through that funnel. So Horizon OS is really a framework of those 4 things: Blue, internal transformation, the human intelligence layer, and then the OS Labs.
So Domenic, how do you work with clients as you build out these products? What role do clients have in shaping them and having you tailor them to them, or is it just a matter of choice and they can just take something off the shelf?
So this is what I'm really excited about, and the reason that I came back into agency land after 10 years outside was this moment where we are working closely with our clients as collaborative consultants, helping them build their business. I think for a long time in the agency business, we got relegated as agency collectively. We got relegated to the procurement office. It was all about cost and efficiencies. And we were treated as vendors, not growth partners. And we're changing that. And the tools are enabling us to do that now in really remarkable ways. When we show Blue to our clients, it opens up a whole bunch of line of questioning that we weren't getting before. Like, can I ask this question? Yes. What is the next opportunity to get in front of a potential customer? Which customers are going to churn in the next 3 months? So these are fundamental business questions that marketers are struggling to solve for decades now. but we have the tools that are unlocking that. So what's really exciting is this co-collaboration at the C-suite, and it's not just media outcomes; it's really business outcomes, and I'm genuinely excited about that. We're working with a couple of clients now where that is really happening, and it's really a refreshing way to interact and drive the business.
So as AI continues to evolve and basically becomes now table stakes for pretty much every advertiser, every publisher, every agency, where do you see the idea of AI's value coming through? We've heard a lot about efficiency the last few years. You just mentioned the idea of Horizon as a growth partner. Where do you see AI's impact as a growth partner, as a tool for growth partners, evolving to?
Yeah. So what's interesting, I use Perplexity a lot, and one of the reasons I like Perplexity is that it picks the best model for the task at hand. So if you've got something that is computational intensive, it'll choose the right model for that. If it's something that's more editorialized or text-based, it'll choose the best platform for that. And I think that's indicative of AI tools and where we're going. At a certain point, like, the capability is ubiquitous. Everybody has access to the same amount of power. It's really, how do you put that into play? Like, how do you take advantage of that? And that's where the human element comes in. So when we think about working with clients, when we think about deploying AI, it's a tool for the task at hand, and the human element is really important. Building connections, building trust, having a sense of instincts and ingenuity there, creative ideas, synthesizing all of that. Those are all human capabilities still, but it's powered and supported by the AI tools. So we're bringing the two things together. We're experimenting and fine-tuning that model, but that's where we see it. It's a partnership between humans and the technology.
So, Domenic, it's become kind of a cliche that the future is arriving faster and faster every week. Hard to ask where you see Horizon, where you see the industry going, say, through the rest of the year. Is it, for Horizon, is it new products? Is it constantly refining? What's exciting you looking at the months ahead?
All the above. Like, what is exciting is we are giving these tools to our teams and our clients. We have 45 plus clients at various stages of onboarding. I'm excited to see where they take it. Like, we're uncharted territory here. We can ask the LLMs any question. So we're ingesting our clients' data, we're enriching it, we're handing it back to them in their private, safe container, and then we're unleashing that and saying, okay, go. Now, obviously, there are support and guardrails around that, but I'm really excited about across our client base, how are they using these tools? How will they use these tools? How will it grow their business? What do we unlock? What do we learn from that? And that's exciting.